These and other quotations from the Sutra and Tantra scriptures should produce great joy and confidence. I encourage all those who aspire to happiness to make the most of their human existence. Please continue watching to find out more.
Tasidelek, generous viewers. Tasidelek means hello in Tibetan. The peaceful people of Tibet send you their warmest wishes. I am Dorje. May you always feel Buddha's love and protection. Tibetan Buddhism is a religion with a rich cultural heritage that emerged from a wide range of spiritual practices. These include the complete scope of the Buddha's teachings from the Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana traditions. Different schools belonging to Tibetan Buddhism today include the Nyingma, founded by Padmasambhava, Kagyu, founded by Tilopa, Sakya, founded by Konchok Gyalpo and his son Sachen Kunga Ningpo, and Gelung, founded by Tsongkhapa Lobsang Drakpa. The teachings of Tibetan Buddhism focus on mindfulness of death and the ephemeral nature of life, leading to diligence in meditation and spiritual practice. Mandalas, prayer flags, and thangka paintings are visual reminders for practitioners on the path. Born in Tibet in 1913, Chatral Sangye Dorje Rinpoche left home as a young teen, traveling on foot to study and practice with several highly respected spiritual masters of the time. After briefly serving as a personal guru to Tibet's Regent-king, he cast aside worldly life once again and spent years meditating alone in mountain caves. This was how he received the name Chatral, which means hermit. As a strict vegetarian himself, Chatral Rinpoche also rescued millions of fish that had been destined for slaughter by purchasing them and then releasing them into a protected area of the Indian Ocean. During his life and since his passing at age 102, Chatral Sangye Dorje Rinpoche is considered among the most highly realized Tibetan Buddhist Masters. We will now share with you excerpts from Compassionate Action as Chatral Sangye Dorje Rinpoche briefly explains the benefits of building a Buddha stupa and the gains that the faithful ones are able to derive from prostrating, making offerings, and circumambulating it. Homage to the three jewels. By establishing here the perfect scriptures as witnesses, may those fortunate ones who can understand this teaching accept it with joy. In the sutra, The Way of Distinguishing, it is said, the Buddha told the young Brahmin Natso, there are 18 benefits of building a Tathagat stupa. What are these 18? One will be born as the child of a great king. One will have an excellent body. One will become very beautiful and attractive. One will develop a very sharp intellectual capacity. One will become widely renowned. One will have a great entourage of servants. One will become a leader of people. One will be a support to others. One's greatness will be expounded in the 10 directions. One will be able to extensively express whatever one wishes in word and verse. One will be worshipped by gods. One will possess many riches. One will obtain the kingdom of a universal monarch. One will have a long life. One's body will be like a collection of vajras. One's body will be endowed with the major and minor marks of a Buddha. One will take rebirth in the 3 higher realms. One will swiftly attain complete nirvana. These are the 18 benefits of building a Tathagata stupa. In the Manjusri Root Tantra, it is said, if you make a stupa with your own hands, you will be able to purify your body even if you have committed the 5 inexpiable sins. If you build 100,000 stupas, you will be transformed into a universal monarch of the knowledge holders, completely understand all treatises, and be endowed with skillful means. For the duration of an eon, when you die, you will always be reborn as a king and never again go to the lower realms. Like the sun rising in a central land, you will be endowed with all of your sense faculties. You will be able to retain all that you learn and remember your past lives. In the sutra called Chest of Secret Relics, it is said, the Bhagavan proclaimed, Vajrapani, when you write down Dharma teachings and place them inside a stupa, that stupa will become a relic of the Vajra essence of all Tathagatas. That stupa will be consecrated by the secret essence of all the mantras of the Tathagatas. It will become a stupa of 99 Tathagatas, as many as a heap of mustard seeds. That stupa will be blessed as if it contained the eyes and ushtrishas of all Tathagatas. Whoever places images of the Buddha inside a stupa will definitely be blessed by those Tathagat images with the nature of the 7 royal treasures of a universal monarch. Whoever pays reverence and honors that stupa will definitely become a non-returner and will eventually achieve the unexcelled and completely perfect state of enlightenment, actual full Buddhahood. Even if one offers only one prostration or makes a single circumambulation, one will be altogether freed from reaching various hell realms, such as the hell of incessant torture. One will never fall back on the path to unexcelled, completely perfect enlightenment. All Tathagatas will bless the entire area that surrounds the place the stupa has been built in. In the Sutra of the White Lotus of the Sacred Dharma, it says, walls are made from mud and bricks, and a stupa of the victorious one is made likewise. Therefore, even if made by a simple heap of dust in a remote place of despair, or if a child playing games makes one from a mound of sand, whomever simply builds one on the account of the victorious one, all of them will attain enlightenment. The benefits of making offerings to a stupa are stated in the sutra requested by King Prasanajit. If one applies whitewash to a Buddha stupa, one will have a long life in the worlds of gods or humans. One will be free of mental and physical ailments. All suffering will be completely removed, and one will always be happy and will become wealthy with worldly riches. By ringing a bell in front of a Buddha stupa, one will speak with authority and have great fame. One will have the pleasant voice of Brahma, be able to remember one's past lives, and obtain all kinds of adornments. If a learned person silently recites prayers on their rosary with a faithful mind at a Buddha stupa, they will have many golden rosaries adorned with beautiful precious jewels and will be foremost among the meritorious and fortunate ones. Whoever makes a melodic music offering at a Buddha stupa will have an abundance of courageous eloquence in profundity and knowledge. Their physical body will be perfect and their mind and speech pure. Their voices will fill the world. If any person who has a heart and a body hangs various banners from the stupa, which is a stainless source of merit, it will become a field of offerings and an object of worship for the three worlds. If one affixes a silky crown to a Buddha stupa, one will become a glorious ruler of humans, a powerful ruler of gods, will experience great bliss and, in particular, will attain the crown of complete liberation. If one cleans a Buddha stupa, one will become very attractive and beautiful to look at. One will have an excellent face with the complexion of a lotus, and one will be completely devoid of the defects of samsara. Whoever cleans off the dust around a stupa in the springtime with clean water will be joyfully fanned by ladies holding golden-handled fans. Regarding the benefits of prostrating and circumambulating a stupa, it is said in the Avalokitesvara Sutra, if one respectfully prostrates before a Buddha stupa, one will become a heroic and powerful world monarch. Protected by the armor of gold-colored symbols, one will become an authoritative teacher who will delight the Buddha. In the Sutra of the White Lotus of the Secret Dharma, it is said, whoever joins their palms together before a stupa, whether with both hands or just one, whoever briefly bows their head or bows their body just once, whoever prostrates or merely says Buddha even with a distracted mind, whether once or a few times before a stupa where relics are kept, will attain supreme enlightenment. In the decisive verses on circumambulating a stupa, it is said, the excellent qualities of circumambulating a stupa of the Buddha, protector of the world, cannot be sufficiently described with mere words. These and other quotations from the Sutra and Tantra scriptures should produce great joy and confidence. I encourage all those who aspire to happiness to make the most of their human existence. Strive as much as you can to accumulate merit and purify obscurations by paying homage and making offerings, circumambulating, making prayers of aspiration, and so on, with a noble bodhicitta motivation to the excellent supreme foundation or stupas, which grant very meaningful benefits through seeing, hearing, and remembering them. Today, we will continue with excerpts from the compassionate action by Chatral Sangye Dorje Rinpoche on Yolmo and Maratika, the sacred places of enlightenment. More than 1,000 years ago, through extensive and diligent practice, Guru Padmasambhava accomplished the realization of Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite life, in the Maratika cave of eastern Nepal. He also discovered other areas in the Himalayan region that are ideal for self-realization and recorded them in his hidden teachings. One such sacred place for enlightenment is Yolmo in northern Nepal. For numerous decades, Chatral Rinpoche has been teaching disciples and holding retreats in Yolmo and is the author of the following poem. The mountains rise like spiked weapons towards the sun. The mountains that lie in shadow spread like flames. In this snow-encircled, broad sandy plain, Padmasambhava and an assembly of realized beings, thinking of those in later generations, hid innumerable profound dharma treasures. All around and in every place, fragrances fill the air. Plantains and other edible plants bloom in abundance without being sown. Amiable birds, waterfowl, and wood pigeons empty the mind of its weariness. Inner understanding and virtues naturally increase, benefiting the activity of path, view, and meditation. For the practitioner of Russian and Chod, there is no better place than this. This strife-free hidden land of Padmasambhava is no different than the 8 great charnel grounds of India, surrounded by moats of water and walls of earth and rock, graced perpetually by clouds, mist, and rain. The valley is naturally sealed from the outer world. If from among hundreds there are a few endeavoring to practice dharma from their hearts, I say, come to this place for the attainment of Buddhahood in this life. Practitioners of the inner yogas remove obstructing conditions here. May there be spontaneous and a spacious benefit for oneself and others. Chatral Rinpoche wrote about Maratika in the melodious Tambura of Joy for those who do not know about this auspicious place and who might in the future have the chance to practice there. Homage to the Guru, Yidam and Dakinis. To the essence of all appearances, Padma Abhitaba, to the embodiment of emptiness, the Great Mother, clothed in white, to the 3 root long life deities, the mudra of non-duality, I bow down with devotion and beseech you to bestow the empowerment of immortal life. On seeing this place, boundless wonder arises. Through merely hearing the name, the seed of liberation is planted. By recalling it, accidental death is prevented. Through making prostrations, circumambulation and offerings, great accumulation of merit is accomplished. The sky around it forms a vast 8-spoked wheel. The ground is shaped like an 8-petaled lotus with the middle swelling up like the flower's pistil. The landscape being wide and open, the sun remains for a long time and the weather is temperate. In the front, a stream gushes forth. The center of the holy place is a huge self-existing assembly hall, high and spacious with room for 1,000 people. There is a single skylight in the center, shaped like a round wheel. Outside, various shrubs and trees grow out of the craggy rocks. Inside the cave, innumerable images of statues, seed syllables, and hand implements of the peaceful and wrathful deities abound. The unique characteristic of this holy place is the many stone lingam or stalagmites ranging in size from 6 feet to 6 inches. naturally formed, they are white, smooth, shiny and resplendent. During auspicious times, nectar collects like moist dew and drips down. There are many crevice-like holes through which one can test one's positive or negative karma to see whether one is headed for a birth in the lower realms or to the higher realms and the path of liberation. Below this holy place is a cave whose entrance faces to the southwest. The mouth of the cave is not so big, but once inside it opens up and is very wide and spacious, with enough room to fit 100 people. There are many symbols of the body, speech and mind of the enlightened ones, as well as hand and foot imprints of white conch and many other amazing self-arisen things. When those of fortunate karma arrive there, dew-like nectar sips out. Straight above, unobstructed, is a high vaulted skylight, making it renowned as a training place for the practice of transferring one's consciousness to a pure land. In the spacious expanse of the main cave are hosts of bats who you can't see, but who ceaselessly make the sound of the mantra of long life, or one hears the sounds of sea and room. For all tantric practitioners who have entered the path, it is a very good place for the practice of visualizing a luminous wheel of deities and mantras. This text, which mentions only a drop from the ocean of good qualities of this holy place, was composed with the thought of benefiting others. Like a wish-fulfilling gem or an excellent vase, may it unfailingly bring all our wishes to fruition. Having been introduced to this sacred place, it is certain that we Dharma brothers and sisters who follow Guru Padma Sambhava will accumulate merit and purify obscurations by engaging in the recitation of mantras, the offering of tormas, the performing of fire ceremonies, and especially the practices of longevity here. By the merit of composing these, may all beings under the sky be saved from untimely death and present obstacles, and ultimately, having attained the level of the protector Amitabha, lead all beings to that state. By the blessings and power of the truth and the wondrous compassion of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, removing all harmful and disadvantageous circumstances without exception, may we reside in continuous glory, and may each day and night be auspicious. My daughter Saraswati Devi, bestowing offerings of a stainless scarf and writing paper, requested me to write a praise of this holy place. Therefore, I, the old vagabond father Sangye Dorje, wrote this in the fire tiger year on an excellent day of the 10th month between seasons at the supreme holy place of Maratika, which puts an end to death. Subham. Uplifted viewers, it has been a pleasure to have your company for today's episode on Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is the story of a boy and an apple tree, right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television. May your spiritual practice bring you abundant heavenly blessings.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule a suprememastertv.com/WOW